So cool. Yeah. Today's verse of the stream is from Ezekiel 36, verse 26 to 27, which says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I'll remove you from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. This is really interesting because we actually looked at this as a staff team on Monday, and then I was thinking today, oh, what shall I share? And opened up my Bible app on my phone, and this was the verse for today. And I thought, you know what? Actually, this is a really good one. So, who was Ezekiel? Ezekiel was a prophet, okay, and he was talking to the Israelites at the time. That's the context of this verse. And the Israelites at this point in their history, they were exiled from their home. Basically, they'd been sort of turfed out of their home, taken away, either in slavery or just not able to be in their home anymore, their homeland. And they were a broken people because of that. You know, they were disappointed, they were frustrated, they were feeling hopeless in many respects. Their hearts were heavy. And you know, they kind of, when your heart feels heavy, you know, you lack motivation, motivation to do anything, motivation for the future. And into this context, God says, I will give you a new heart and a new spirit. You know, life can really wear you down, can't it? It can wear you down and make things really difficult, whether that's a relationship that has gone sour, people who have let you down, hopes that are dashed, or just plans that have been frustrated, and it leaves us when those things happen, and all of us have experienced that, certainly the last 2 years, COVID and other things, but even in everyday life, you know, actually we experience these things, and it leaves us with heavy hearts. And sometimes that can lead to hard hearts because we almost sort of think we've got to toughen ourselves up. You know, this is the way that we overcome these things. That when people frustrate us or disappoint us or let us down, actually we should know better, not to trust people anymore. When a relationship goes bad, maybe that will teach us, and we shouldn't invest so much into a relationship. When our hopes are dashed, maybe we shouldn't hope so much, and so our hearts can become hard. Actually, that's not a good place to be, because, you know, if you don't invest so much into relationships, well, you're not going to experience the fullness and joy of relationships. If you do think people are going to let you down, you're not going to trust so much. If you think that your hope is always going to be dashed, you are going to be less hopeful, and so none of these things are particularly good. But sometimes where it can lead us, as we've taken the knocks in life, we can lead us with heavy and then hard hearts. But God says that he will put a new heart and a new spirit into us. If we let him, if we are willing to give over those hard hearts, then he can renew us, he can restore us. And I know I've been in loads of situations where I've just felt, God, I can't do this, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know how I'm going to face this or work with this, but somehow, you know, when I give it to him, he renews me, he gives me. And sometimes that's been really tangible. Like, I can tell you about a time where I literally woke up one morning and life had been so difficult. I said, God, I don't know how I can do this, you need to do it, because I can't. And I felt like almost like electricity like running through my body, and it was like, oh, I suddenly felt totally different. That doesn't happen all the time, but it can do. And last week, you know, I felt challenged. I felt challenged by God that there's a group of people in my life that, if I'm being really honest, they annoy me. And they cause me to do the eye roll, you know, they're those kinds of people. They say things and do things which kind of frustrate me a little bit, and I, you know, but actually I felt challenged that this group of people I was distancing, I was pushing them away because they do things that perhaps, you know, frustrate me, and there's probably more about myself than anything, that actually I was distancing myself from them. And I felt God say, no, you've got to love them, you've got to engage with them. And I had to say, God, okay, well, you need to take my hard heart and you need to make it soft again, and you know, you need to do that work in me, because can't do it on my own. So this is the great thing. This is an ongoing. This is all about what it means to be in relationship with God. But it's worth doing a heart check every now and then, isn't it? How is my heart at the minute? How's your heart? Is it doing well? Is it tender? Is it soft? Is it a bit clogged up? Has it become hard through the knocks of life? Has it become a little bit tough? And actually, do you need God to do a work in you and put a new heart and a new spirit in you? One that will reflect his heart rather than everything else that's going on in the world. So that's today's verse of the stream, Ezekiel 36, verse 26 to 27.